What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. Today, another edition of the weekly sports card market update, Fantasy Football Draft Edition. I have my second oldest, most important league draft later today. I'm recording this much earlier in the day on Saturday than normal. So if anything at all happens on Saturday, I have not seen it. I don't know about it because most of my afternoon and evening will be for an old school, in person, in the basement, big draft board on the wall, walking stickers up to the board. Fantasy football draft. I've been in the league since I think 2001, and the league has been running since the mid 90s, with pretty much a good chunk. I think about 90% of the original league members are still in the league, so it is one of the ones that I look forward to every year. So, with that being said, let's just go ahead and dive in because we have a lot of new stuff to talk about today. Just a little bit of charts and graphs. But first, shout out to channel partner ComC.com, your home for buying and selling. I've actually been moving stuff on there pretty quickly. Recently, I got that submission that I sent in right before the National. Those cards have been getting uploaded. A lot of that stuff from Top Series 2, from the Fanatics Fest stuff, and some Bowman things. And I've been getting them up there and priced as fast as they have been loaded in. It only took about a couple of weeks to get those up and rolling, and stuff is flying over on ComC. So if you have cards that you need to move off of, that you just don't want to deal with, that's how I personally use the platform, and I have great success with it. So go check out our friends at ComC. Let's just dive straight into news. Like I said, busy day today. Big Tops week. If you are wanting to degen on wax, this is going to be the week for you. We have a busy one. I may do a separate video kind of talking about the puppeteering that Topps does on these releases. But we got one probably half the audience will care about, and maybe both. First, Topps Chrome Disney. Yes, I can already hear the comments. Woke this, Disney sucks, cartoons that. This stuff is going to be ridiculously popular. It's an EQL drop. This is on the 26th from noon to 1. I have no idea what it's going to get priced at. It's going to sell out. In the words of Rudy, people will get angry. People will rage. Whatever price they put it up at will probably be slightly too cheap. FOMO will set in. It'll go to the moon on the secondary market. Breakers will have a field day, and rinse and repeat the hobby cycle. But I fully expect this product to fly and be super popular. Look at what Marvel Topps Chrome did. Throw Topps Chrome on it, and then guess what? Guess what comes after this? Topps Chrome Disney Sapphire. Genius move by Topps on the Sapphire line. I think super popular, and also prints a ton of money. So this will be up this week. We'll see. I'll try for it just for the hell of it, because I think if anything, it'll be a good flip. I really have no interest in opening this product. I don't mind the Disney stuff, but I have no desire for the cards unless it's Marvel specific. So I will probably be moving off this pretty quickly. Well, maybe there'll be something cool in there that catches my eye. Maybe there will be Marvel stuff in here. I don't think it's going to be, based off what we've seen on the UK versions of this product. But it's going to be popular. The second big Topps release this week, Topps Chrome Sapphire, is coming out. Also an EQL drop. This one, the 27th at noon. Also is going to sell out. Maybe the secondary market on this one actually isn't quite as high. The 2025 class is a little all over the place. I think, and I have not deep dove this, maybe the spitballing guys have, I don't know. I haven't seen their Sunday video yet. I think the autograph checklist on this could be pretty good. I don't know. Let's see. Where are the autos? Base card. They do have image variations in here. That's going to be pretty popular. Did Nick Kurtz make the list? We have Sapphire selections. Those are already always pretty popular. So it is a short auto checklist. I will say that. I'm just looking through here. Let's see. How many of these names would you actually want to pull on the rookie auto checklist? Dylan Cruz is having a very rough season, but that's an intriguing name. That's one. Jacob Wilson is 2. James Wood is 3. Nick Kurtz is 4. So he did make the auto checklist. That's going to be a big one. And Roki Sasaki has not had a great season, but he is popular for some reason. So 4, maybe? I guess maybe Matt Shaw to a degree. Yeah, I am not. Cam Smith maybe is still a little trendy. Ben Rice maybe because of the Yankees factor. There's like 4, and really, and I'm being generous on Dylan Cruz. There's like Jackson Jobe would have been, but he had TJ surgery. So it's Wilson, Wood, and Kurtz are your 3 big ones. Luis Angel Acuna is a little popular as well. That's a rough checklist overall. And then there are auto variations on the Sapphire selections, and even the base versions of these will do well. The Bobby Witt one will be popular. On the rookies, we have not great on the rookie autograph variation. I don't know how Jacob Wilson didn't make it on that one. That's an interesting one. Does Nick Kurtz have a base card? Let's see here as we do this in real time. No, he is only an auto. So no Nick Kurtz on the base checklist. So only an auto for Nick Kurtz. So that's probably one of the bigger chases out of the product is the James Wood stuff, Nick Kurtz, Jacob Wilson, and probably a handful of others. But a little bit of a rough auto checklist there. This one might not go to the moon as much on the secondary market. I'll probably try for just one of these just to open one. I love opening Sapphire. It's a fun product to open. So I'll probably shoot for 1 or 2 of these. It might depend on how I do on Disney coming out the day before. If I completely whiff on this, maybe I'll go for 2 to open. And this I will just straight open if I get one of these. I do like Chrome Sapphire. Really, Sapphire products in general all look pretty good. But big release week for Topps. If you want a degen, it's going to be super expensive. People are going to get mad about it. It's not for everyone. If it's not for you, then just wait and buy the singles on this product or flip it. Do what you will. Live your life. Other Topps news. Like I said, big Topps week. This is cool. Think of what this is one of those things where I'm going to criticize Topps for the way that they do their wax pricing stuff and their releases. But this is one where you got to give them credit. This is a genius idea. How they haven't been doing this for a while is beyond me. I have a feeling this is going to be a smash success, and you are going to see this all over the place, especially as we are about to get a Topps New World Order with the licenses, with football and basketball as well. You are 1000% going to see this. This is going to be very popular. It is going to do very well. So what are they doing? Pete Alonso set the Mets home run record earlier this year. I read an article by Ben Burrows. They've been planning this for a while. They're doing a limited run Topps Now card that you can only get by going to the game. I think it's 15,000 fans will receive a base, and then there are chances to get better versions just like a regular Topps Now card. There are relics with batting gloves in it, and the thing that they have doubled down on, a decent chunk of them are PSA graded. They have this little worksheet thing up here that kind of tells you. You could also buy a special event ticket to get a better chance at the giveaway or something. I don't know how all that nonsense works, but just take all that away. The general concept of a player on your team is most likely going to achieve something. Home run record, 3-point record, touchdown passing record, whatever. Maybe it's you're retiring someone's jersey that year. Who knows? You reach out to Topps, you set it all up, they stick it on the back burner just in case it doesn't happen. Because remember, they could print these pretty quick. So if it looks like, okay, it happened early in the season, then you could do the giveaway later in the season. They print the cards, PSA grades them. They're doing the only variations are orange and blue for color matches in addition to foil. So you're going to have 2 different color match versions. You're going to have the relics, all sorts of craziness. And like I said, a decent chunk of them are going to be PSA graded. Super smart idea. Insanely smart idea. I have no idea if this card's going to hold value or not, but you know exactly what the print run is. There's only one way to get it. You have to go to the game. Imagine they did something like this because once again, we have to think beyond baseball now for this. And I've been kind of wanting to do a video of, what the world looks like here in a few months when Topps fully takes over. But Patrick Mahomes is going to do something in a season. This is an example. And they get, a relic from his glove, have him sign a couple cards and do a giveaway for it. Football's going to be a little tricky because you don't have as many dates and the stadiums are a lot bigger. But I think this plays in perfectly for basketball and baseball. And more and more teams are probably going to do this. I think it does help drive traffic. And I think it's a good talking point. It's smart for Topps. It's smart for PSA. And it's smart for the leagues and the teams. It's amazing advertising for Topps Now cards. It's amazing advertising for PSA. It's a cool giveaway if you're going to the game. And from a Topps perspective, it's a good way to get cards in the hands of people that might not normally collect or into the hands of kids or even adults that maybe haven't collected before, or maybe they've thought about collecting, or maybe it rekindles that passion. Maybe you have someone like me in their mid-40s that goes to the game that collected years ago and kind of put it on the back burner. They've been hearing cards are cool again. There's a bunch of money in it, this, that, the other thing. And then they get one of these, and then it sends them down a rabbit hole. Well, what other Pete Alonso Topps Now cards are out there? What other Pete Alonso cards are out there? And it could potentially be a gateway to bring new people in. I think this is genius all around. I'm sure people will hate this in the comments for some degree or another, but this is one of those things that Topps, Fanatics, PSA, everyone involved, the leagues, chef's kiss on this one. Smart, super smart idea. Big sale on a LeBron Exquisite. Also by Ben Burrows on this story. $4.25 million in a private sale. Now, this was sold through Secure, which I am not familiar with. I am not a high roller, so it is a new invitation-only collectibles platform. I am sure that if they are new, this is probably a great way to get their name on the market. It does look like this is confirmed. Card Ladder confirmed it. And the way that I understand it is they have a pretty detailed response or investigation, I should say, in regards to if a sale went through or not. You have to show wire transfers or however it was paid for. You have to show all that stuff, and then they will record it as a private sale, which they did here. Beautiful RPA on this one, 12 of 23. Gorgeous autograph, nice 3-color patch. Whew. If I ever win the Mega Millions, there'll be signs. This will be one of them. I would love to have an 03 Exquisite. Dream card here. I will probably never own one of these. But if, like I said, if I ever become rich, me floating around with one of these and movie props, I've said that before, will be the two things that if I end up with money beyond belief. Those are the two things that I will be going after. So we'll see what this Secure thing ends up being. And if we see more high-end sales go through there, we'll see. I mean, maybe it's like Fight Club. Maybe no one talks about it, so you don't really know much about it. I don't even know if they're on social or not. Ben didn't tag them, so I assume that they are flying under the radar. Some nonsense. This actually happened last week, right after I recorded last week's video, but I want to circle back to it. This was put up on Golden for like a day, and then they had a little bit better sense. Ken was flagged on this, and then they pulled it down. Somebody made a fake triple Olympic card. It looks slightly different. And then this new trend that we've seen over the last year or so of pulling the pulling sticker autos off other cards and affixing them to cards. I hate this. I think it's stupid. I don't think I've seen, I saw an 03 LeBron Topps Chrome that someone slapped a sticker auto on that was graded and authenticated by Beckett, and they flagged it as, like third part or, secondary sticker attached or something. I forget how they worded it, but I just don't like this. I don't know what it is. You're ruining one card to create another weird thing, and this one's even worse because the card wasn't real. At least in the 03 Topps Chrome, they put the sticker on a legit manufactured trading card, not something, and you could tell, like, look at the image resolution on that thing, not something that looks like it came off of, your printer at home. So good on, I don't know how this got past gold to begin with to get listed, but good on them for pulling it. I think this card's a bunch of nonsense, in my opinion, but hey, it's your stuff, I guess. You bought it, do what you want with it, but don't be surprised when people come at you. Speaking of autographs, I know this is something Dan has talked about a lot in the past, but it has reared its ugly head again. And that is, at some point in time, some 2023 Bowman autos probably got backdoored or lost or who knows what. And these were showing up on eBay quite a while ago, all mostly by the same seller. Auburn 35 flagged me on this, or flagged a bunch of folks on this. That's where I first saw it at. I don't know the originator of all this, but essentially what you see here is the 01 of 25 showed up on eBay back in May of 2023 that was not autoed, and now it is showing up autoed. And the other thing to note here, according to Auburn 35, it is the same seller. It's just way later. It's changed. Looks like they may have changed their name and changed their feed, or gotten a little bit more feedback. So something shady going on here with these, and I guess they had a bunch of them listed. So I don't think this has ever been formally addressed. It's kind of one of those things that just went under the rug. But be careful out there, folks. You never know what nonsense you're getting yourself into. All right, let's look at some charts and graphs really quickly and then wrap this puppy up. Like I said, a little bit of a shorter show this week because I have a very busy weekend ahead of me. We talked about football the other day, and we're in Market Movers, link in the description down below if you want a free trial and save a little bit of cash and play around on your own version of charts and graphs. We talked about football the other day on Friday's video, and one of the things that I noted was a lot of the 2024 guys were going down. We were looking at a 180-day time frame, and a lot of the 2024 stuff was going down just because of when it started hitting the market. The first cards out of the gate always sell for way more, and then they normalize from there. What I wanted to do today is just look at 2024 stuff and just look at the last 30 days to see if over the last 30 days has the 2024 class got any steam, or has it continued to decline? Is it still finding its floor? Because now we're months removed. 2024 Prism Silvers started hitting the market in like January, February. So by now you would think they'd have flattened out and started on their trend back up if they're going to trend back up. So we're going to look at silvers and downtowns again. And do keep in mind, 2024 Prism specifically is a nightmare to grade. There are tons of issues on it. So do note that. Jaden Daniels still trending down slightly over the last 30 days, down about 10%. Caleb Williams also down slightly. Drake May up slightly, about 10%. So maybe getting a little bit of steam heading into the season. Bo Nix flat. JJ McCarthy actually down. I'm a little surprised by that one. Michael Penix flat. Brock Bowers down. Neighbors flat. Spencer Rattler slightly up as people are specking on quarterbacks. Brian Thomas flat. Marvin Harrison Jr. up a few percentage points. Ricky Pearsall up about 20%. So not huge moves here one way or the other. And looks like maybe some of the more expensive guys are still trying to find their floor. Now, the interesting thing. Let's look at downtowns. Downtowns have been on the market longer. Just regular plain Jane Donruss downtowns came out way sooner. So those have had their market established better. And there's also the repacker effect. So same thing. I just looked at 2024 downtowns and just over the last 30 days. And you see a drastic difference here. And I don't know if this is because they have been on the market longer and they've been able to find their plateau point, their leveling off point, and have risen up from there or done their movements from there, or if this is just artificial inflation from the repack side of things. Because we immediately see a big difference. Jaden Daniels downtown is up 24%. That's a $550 increase. Another thing to note, Jaden Daniels Silver Prism PSA population, 430. Downtown population, 375. Not a huge difference there. A difference, but not massive. Both are actually pretty tough to get in a PSA 10 grade. But that's up 20%. Almost a $3,000 card now. Bo Nix up 20%. JJ McCarthy flat. Drake May, Caleb Williams, and Michael Penix all basically flat. Neighbors up ever so slightly. And then rounding out the list, Brock Bowers, Harrison, and Roma Doomsday basically flat to down slightly. So a drastic difference between, especially at the top end with Daniels and Nix. If we go back over here, Bo Nix was flat, and here he's up quite a bit. Another weird angle on this is I have these sorted by most expensive to least expensive. On silvers, Jaden Daniels is the most expensive, followed by Caleb Williams, followed by Drake May and Bo Nix. Caleb's at 1,000, then it drops to 600, and then Nix and Drake May are about the same price. In downtowns, Daniels is the most expensive, then it's Bo Nix, then it drops to JJ McCarthy, Drake May, and Caleb Williams all around the same price. So it's interesting that the baseline price swings that much. JJ McCarthy is down quite a bit on that one. Maybe, and this could be, so let me asterisk this here. Maybe this was just one bad last sale because it's down $100. If you add $100 to this, it puts it right in line with May and Nix. So that could be the case. Maybe there's something weird with this last sale or a couple last sales that is tanking that card down to make it look like it's down more than it actually is. That could be the case. But generally speaking, just to see the drastic difference at the top end with Nix being segmented in his own tier as QB2 on downtowns, but that not being the case on silvers, I just thought was a little bit interesting. So that's where we're at. I got to head off. Got to grab my iPad, hit the road. We will catch you boys and girls on the next one. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. Peace.